Here's the motor. This motor runs the pump to the well. This machine, it's broken. It runs the pump. This is broken, and the motor over there is also broken. Also, the well house is destroyed. And the land all around has been bulldozed. And there's more land beyond this that's destroyed. It's all destroyed. It was destroyed in January, during the last days of the war. Our land is about 50 dunams. Much of the land has been destroyed, but in this area I know of at least 7 plots of land. I have some trees, so I'm better off than the others around me who don't have trees or wells. I take water from my neighbor. His well house was destroyed, but the motor still works. I need to water the remaining trees. Every month I pay some money for the cost of running the motor. This land, 50 dunams, it's my family's land, the Zanin family. There's still about 27 dunams of our land which hasn't been destroyed. This area used to produce 400 tons of citrus fruits. We put a lot of money into it and earned a lot of money from it. Now we don't earn anything from it. We can't even earn the amount of money we put into it. We pay out of our pockets. In 2003 it was first bulldozed? Yes, and 2009 was the last time. So the last destruction in 2009 was during the war. Destroyed the well house and only the motors left. It still works. In the last war, the Israelis destroyed plots of land, wells, everything. This is the only motor in the area that still works. This machine is new, after the old one was destroyed in 2003. Then this one was destroyed in 2009. It's a new motor, not like my old one. See how it's destroyed? From behind you can see how it's ruined. Everything is broken. Things inside are broken. The whole machine is ruined. My father left me this land, 60 dunams, here and all around. Many people from the area took water from this well. If there was water now, I would tell anyone to come here and work on my land, grow cauliflower, okra, cabbage, earn some money and live off of the land. Now, throughout Gaza, there's nothing. There are no olives, no vegetables. While there are no vegetables, tomatoes end up costing 50 shekels a kilogram. Farming is the backbone of the people. I put $115,000 into the land and well. Myself, not my brothers. And my wife put another $45,000. I put $50,000 of materials into making this well. Also, it cost about $200 for each tree to mature into a fruit-bearing tree.
Between my brothers and I, we put around $250,000 into the land.
We are farmers. We don't have the money and the means to return the land to how it was. And because of the siege, for years now, we haven't even been able to do basic repairs or make new wells, buildings. There's no cement, no metals, no materials available. I wish someone could help us fix the land. We farmers insist on this, that the borders open up and the materials come in. We need it. Even though there are always new invasions and destruction, we must always return to the land. I want to turn the clock back 50 years, when we used to live inside Israel, about 1.5 kilometers on the other side of the border. In 1955 and 56, Israel destroyed the land and houses, moved Beit Hanun, but people still stayed on the land. Also, my land has around 200 dunams of land inside the Israeli border where Beit Hanun was. But Israel made the border fence, and anyone at the fence can be shot and killed. So we lost that land. This well is 65 meters with another 30 meters water below. 95 meters in total. There was a 5-inch pump which pumped from 70 to 120 cubic meters of water per hour. It worked off diesel. But under the siege, Israel stopped allowing diesel into Gaza. Because of this, we could only water our trees every 40 or 50 days. Many trees died out because there wasn't any water. Over there, along the border, Israel has made many wells. Over 100 wells, exactly where the water is. Each well pumps 150 cubic meters per hour of water. This water comes from higher altitude places like Khalil and runs to the sea. Because this water doesn't run into Gaza, the water that is in Gaza has become very salty. The nitrate levels in 1965 used to be around 50 milligrams per liter and 30 milligrams of chloride. It was good for drinking and for watering the trees. Now, the nitrate levels are between 300 to 400 milligrams per liter. So the water we put on our trees actually makes the trees lose water. When the salt levels in the water rise, the trees get worse and worse, and it's not good for the health either. For the last 20 years, the drinking water in all of Gaza has become dangerous for drinking. We always encouraged farmers to stay on and work the land, even if it's an area where the Israelis regularly invade. The Israelis say that the 300 meters from the fence are off limits, but in reality it's more than 300 meters. The off-limits area can change, depending on the Israelis. Sometimes it's 500 meters, sometimes over 1 kilometer. And it's like this all over Gaza. But this area is the most narrow area in all of Gaza. Because of this, always when the Israelis invade, there are more destruction than in other areas. When Israeli tanks and bulldozers invade, in just a few hours they can destroy much of the area. In around half a day, all this area can be destroyed. This area has changed from an area with many trees and vegetables into a desert-like area. This, it's still better than after the war. Now you see it's flat and neat, good for growing things. But after the war it was different. You couldn't tell whose land was whose. Everything was destroyed. The land was torn up and turned upside down, completely different from now. Some groups came here after the war and helped to reflatten the land. There were many trees, many tomatoes, but it was a dangerous area. Now see how it is, it's like a desert. And it's destroyed like this throughout Gaza along the border. If you go from Beit Hanun to Rafah, you'll see exactly the same things you see here.